Golfer Dean with golfallyear.com, and today's video is a review of one of my favorite devices that I use to help me get better at golf. This goes great with the OptiShot and any golf simulator. It's the Swing Caddie SC200, and it's a portable launch monitor that you can take with you. You can use it at home in your garage if you want to use it with the OptiShot or a golf simulator. You can use it outside at the practice range or the driving range. You could also even use it on the course, which I've done many a times. It's fun to pull it out on the course. And so this launch monitor is an excellent item that you can use to help you get better at golf. And so let's talk about the Swing Caddie 200. All right, so here is the device. This is the Swing Caddie 200. It is a cool little launch monitor that is portable. You can see that it has a variety of stats that we'll talk about here in a sec that it will give you. It is easily placed behind your ball. It uses Doppler radar to detect the ball, so it actually is tracking the ball, which is a great addition to the OptiShot, which only tracks the club. You can use this indoors or out. It has a variety of things that it's going to give you. And so some of the features you can see, it's going to give you your practice time. It's going to give you how many shots you hit. It's going to tell you your carry distance. It doesn't include the roll. It gives you your carry distance because roll will vary. It's nice to know your carry distance. It also gives you your ball speed and your swing speed, and then uses those two numbers to give you your smash factor, which is your efficiency. How well you're hitting it in the center of the club, etc. You can change the loft of each of your clubs on there. It will give you an average of each day. It will also give you an average of all time of each of your clubs. So you'll have the averages of all your stats there. It will talk to you also, which you'll swing and it will actually say your distance, your carry distance, which is really nice. So you can hit ball after ball and just listen, and you can see how far you hit it. And then if you want to get further into the stats, you can look at it. So the Swing Caddie is a neat little launch monitor here that you can use to really get your clubs in line. You can figure out how far you're hitting each club. And so that has become a real helpful thing to me. It is a item that you can take to the course. You can take to the driving range. You can hit it, set it behind your OptiShot or your golf simulator, and go from there. So it's has a lot of flexibility with it, which is kind of cool. We'll talk about some of the pros and cons a little later, but the Swing Caddie has a lot of different cool features. And so let me show you how to set it up and some of those features that you can use, including the target mode and the approach mode, that are two other things that you can do to help you get better. Okay, so setting up the Swing Caddie is pretty easy. All you have to do is on the side here, there's a little button that you'll turn it on, okay, right over here. Okay, so I push that on and then it'll come on to show you your temperature. So it actually registers the temperature. And then what you will see is you can then go to a bunch of different modes. You'll see that it has the carry distance, it has the smash factor, has the club and the actual degree loft of your club. And so what you'll want to do first is take the remote. It comes with a remote, and I couldn't find a way to do it without the remote, but this is how you will go through, and you need to change all your clubs to the loft of the actual club that you have. So you'll want to make those adjustments with the remote. I don't use the remote much. I just use the actual buttons. It can be difficult to hold because there's buttons on both sides, so sometimes you'll hit a button that you don't want to, so you got to be careful about that. We'll talk about that in later when I get to pros and cons. But you can see that now you can go to different modes, and over here's the mode button. What I do is I'll push if I want to go to the target mode, or if I want to go to the practice mode or the approach mode. I just push the button. To change the club, I just push this button, it only goes one direction as you push it, so there's no up and down with it. So you just change that to whatever club you want, okay? And then I'll show you what you'll do after you have everything set. Let's say I want to hit, I'm going to go down here, and let's say that I want to hit my pitching wedge. So I'll go all the way down to pitching wedge, and then I will take, and it opens up. You can see the back opens up right here to set it. And the nice thing about this is it's very portable, and all you do, you'll set it a little distance behind your ball. And so I'll show you how I do that and how I hit. All right, now once you have it so that it is set to the correct club, you will then put the ball down on your mat. You see my setup, and then I just set it a little bit behind the actual ball, and it will then measure my carry distance. It will do my smash factor, and it will do how far I hit it. And so then you also have the other modes, but that's in the practice mode that you'll get that information. So very simple to set up and get it ready to hit some balls. Right, so let me hit a couple balls and you can see what it does.
"93 yards. "93 yards. "90 yards. "98 yards.
All right, so after you hit a few balls, if you press and hold the club button, it will go and show you how your averages looked. And so this was my average. Carry distance was 93 yards. My average swing speed 68, ball speed 78, smash factor 1.14. Then at the bottom you can see my longest one and my shortest one for my pitching wedge. You can do that for all your clubs, and so it can give you a great idea of how far you are hitting each club and what you need to work on. All right, here's another way you can use the Swing Caddie. You can do target mode. I love this mode. This really hones in your irons and your shots. You put this, I'm at the pitching wedge. I hit and hold the mode button, and that will move it to the target mode. And then you set the yardage that you want to try for. And so I'm going to hit at 100 yards here, and then what it'll do is at the bottom it'll show you how many shots you've hit and your score. If I can get it right on, I get 11 points. If I get within, I believe, 3 yards, I get 10 points, and then it goes down from there. So let me show you how this works.
"97 yards.
You can see that was a 10.
"90 yards. "97 yards. "90 yards. "99 yards.
That last one was an 11, and then it'll show you your total score. Out of 10 shots, I got a total score out of 98. The total possibles out of 100, so pretty darn good. And you can also check out your stats and see your averages and all those good things after doing it. You can do this for each of your clubs and try to keep getting better. So here's my total score for my 100 yards with my pitching wedge. Total score was 98. It's out of 100. And so you can try to keep getting better and keep working on each of your clubs and trying to get the exact distance. And it'll also help you know the exact distances of your club. So the approach mode is very similar. So you have three modes. You have the practice mode, the target mode, which I showed you where you're trying to get a score, and then the approach mode, you're also trying to get a score, but it will give you a random distance. So it really works on your wedges. It will score each of your shots. You do 10 shots and see what your total score is. So it makes you switch clubs a little bit and try to get as close as you can to their target distance. A lot of fun and really helps your game. All right, this is the approach feature where it's going to give me different distances.
$89 yards.
Right now you see it's 78 yards, so I'll have to switch clubs.
$79 yards.
$46 yards.
65 yards.
Not too much.
$73 yards. Six.
Let's now talk about the pros and the cons of the Swing Caddie 200. Let's start with the pros. The things I like about it, number one thing is that it's portable. It's easy to take from place to place. You can use it in the garage behind the OptiShot, like I mentioned. You can take it to the driving range, which is a great place to use it, but you can also use it on the course. Find out how far you're hitting it, put it behind your buddy's ball and see how far they can hit it, things like that. So being very portable, it comes in this little bag, so it's easy to take anywhere. You can throw it in your golf bag and off you go. So I love that the Swing Caddie is flexible and portable in its use. The second thing I like about the Swing Caddie 200 is it's really easy to use. You pull it out, you pop open the back there, you set it down behind your ball, you turn it on, and you're off and running. And so I can use it quickly in a hitting session. You can easily put it away. You can get it out. And so it's just so easy to use. There's not a lot of buttons to push and a lot of things to remember. It's pretty self-explanatory. It does come with directions, but very easy to use. So that's my second thing that I like about the Swing Caddie. The third thing I like about the Swing Caddie is the stats that it gives you. It doesn't overwhelm you with a bunch of stats. Some of the launch monitors, you can get way into the weeds and you kind of lose the idea of how to improve. And so I love that the Swing Caddie just gives you simple things like carry distance. It gives you your ball speed and your swing speed, and then the one that we'll talk about here in a minute is the smash factor. And so it's very easy to use, very simple in terms of the stats that you get, and it complements what you would get with, for example, the OptiShot. So having those simple stats I really like because it makes it easier for me to improve. Fourth thing I really like about the Swing Caddie 200 is that it is voice activated, meaning that it'll talk to you. So I don't even have to look at it. I can hit a ball and I know exactly how far I hit it because it'll tell me. And so I can hit ball after ball, and I think I get a better practice session because I don't have to constantly look at the screen. So that's a neat little feature that the Swing Caddie has. The next thing I like about the Swing Caddie is the stat that it gives you called the smash factor. This is the efficiency between your swing speed and your ball speed. And by improving that smash factor, you're going to, one, hit the ball straighter, and you're going to also hit it farther. And so you can concentrate on that one number and try to improve it. And it's going to increase your distance. It's also going to increase your striking and your contact position. And so the smash factor, just having that one number is huge for me in improving my game. The next thing I love about the Swing Caddie 200 is the game modes. I mean, this really motivates me to get out and hit balls, and it really has helped my wedge play. It's helped my short irons immensely by using the target mode and the approach mode. The approach mode is more wedge type stuff. The target mode, I can work on my 9-iron, my 7-iron, and any club I really want and try to dial in my irons. And so that has really helped. And I love that you can challenge yourself to get a better score each time, that you can see how you do in each of those aspects of your game. And the last pro or thing that I like about the Swing Caddie 200 is the idea that it really helps me with all aspects of my game. I've been wanting to hit the ball farther, so this Swing Caddie is one item that I can use to help me do that. I can focus on my ball speed and my smash factor and those things that hit it further. It also can help you with your striking ability by looking at that smash factor number. It can also help you figure out how far you hit each club, which is a huge advantage using that carry distance. And it also helps you with your wedge play. What's better than being able to perfect your wedges and know that when you're at 100 yards or under 100 yards, you're going to put that ball right where it needs to be. And so having all the different aspects in one little device is a huge plus in my book. So there you have the things that I really love about the Swing Caddie. You can tell I like a lot about it. And it is a great device, a great launch monitor for a budget price. But there are some drawbacks to it that I want to talk about. Number one, the thing that I don't like about it is the buttons on the sides. I wish they had all the buttons on the same side or in the front or somewhere else. But sometimes you'll press a button by accident because you're holding it when you're holding it in your hand. And so that can be kind of frustrating because it might change your club and things like that. But overall, it's pretty easy to get around that if you're wise about it. So the other thing I don't like about the Swing Caddie is that it does eat up a lot of batteries. It goes through batteries quite rapidly. It does have a sleep mode, so if you don't use it for a while, it'll go to a sleep mode. But it's still, I found that I'm putting in batteries fairly frequently. So it'd be nice to be able to have it where it can last a little longer. And the last thing is, it does have some times where it won't record your swing. And I found that a lot of times those are when I really push the ball or really pull the ball one direction, so it's kind of outside the realm of what it can see, or I hit it really high. It may not record it. It'll just show a bunch of lines. And so that is, occasionally you will get those, but I think with all devices, you're going to get some of that. But overall, just love the Swing Caddie and what it can do for you. It does have those few little drawbacks, but overall, the Swing Caddie is a great device for around $250. You can get that device. I'll put the link down below. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Always looking for ways to improve my game, doing a bunch of reviews on different devices. Focus a lot on the OptiShot if you are interested in seeing about the OptiShot and what it can do for you. The Swing Caddie is a great device to add to the OptiShot. So please subscribe, and we'll keep doing it and keep getting better at golf.